January 3, 2026. The world just changed forever. In a lightning strike that lasted less than 30 minutes, U.S. forces hit Caracas, and President Donald Trump has just announced that Nicolas Maduro is in custody. But as the smoke rises over Venezuela, a much bigger storm is brewing across the ocean. While the U.S. sends Delta Force to South America, they are sending 50% tariffs and regime change rhetoric to New Delhi. Is the Caracas Protocol coming for India? Or is the Indian government simply too powerful to break? To take down a giant, you first weaken it from the inside. Critics are sounding the alarm. Why does the Indian opposition constantly echo the State Department? When Washington calls for democratic oversight, the opposition repeats it word for word. When the U.S. labels India's strategic autonomy as defiance, local leaders parrot the same lines. Is this political debate, or is it a coordinated narrative designed to provide the U.S. with the moral justification for intervention? In Venezuela, the U.S. built an alternative government for years before the first missile was fired. Is the same playbook being used in New Delhi right now? But there's a reason New Delhi isn't Caracas. India is a nuclear-armed superpower with a no-fly zone built of S-400 missiles and a blue-water navy. A military raid on India isn't just a risk, it's a global suicide mission. India's nuclear triad makes any military raid on New Delhi a global suicide mission. No country, not even a second-term Trump administration, would risk a nuclear exchange for a regime change. A raid works on a leader who has lost domestic control. With a strong majority and a highly mobilized base, any foreign interference in India would trigger a massive nationalist uprising, making the country ungovernable for any installed leader. And then there's the man at the top. Prime Minister Modi has built a mandate that is sanction-proof. While the U.S. hits India with massive 50% tariffs, the government has responded by slashing domestic taxes and fueling a consumer-led economy. Under Modi, India has built a massive forex reserve and moved toward rupee trade, de-dollarization. This makes India sanction-proof compared to Venezuela, which was totally dependent on the U.S. financial system. India isn't begging for American favor, it's diversifying to the rest of the world. You can't extract a leader who has the backing of 1.4 billion people and a nuclear triad at his fingertips. The capture of Maduro today is a message to the world. America First has moved from words to warfare. But India is not a bankrupt petrostate. It is the world's largest democracy and a vital counterweight to China. If the U.S. tries to push India too far, they don't just lose a partner, they lose the 21st century. The war for India won't be fought with paratroopers, it's being fought right now in the stock markets, the trade corridors, and the hearts of the Indian people. Who will blink first? Maduro is gone. The 50% tariffs are here. And the narrative is being set. Is the opposition paving the way for foreign interference, or is India's sovereignty truly untouchable? Comment below, are we witnessing the end of strategic autonomy? Subscribe for more updates as the 2026 global crisis unfolds.